Hello, everyone. This is Drew from Best of Us Investors, working with Mark on the Platinum Trading platform. So Mark has been in the investment field for over 40 years now and has worked as the director of operation for an online firm for about 10 years. Now, he will be doing overviews on what we saw in the market and charts from the previous week regarding swing trades, and also share some of the stocks he's keeping an eye on for swing trades for the upcoming week. So for real-time buy-sell signal notifications based on 7 indicators and insights on stocks that are setting up for a great trade each day, along with educational videos on how to read the charts, come join our Platinum group and let's get through this tough market together, seeking for great swing trade opportunities and even for great potential entry points for long-term investments as well. Make sure you check the link in the description below for the Platinum membership. And I just wanted to remind you that this video is not made for financial advice, but for educational purposes only. So Mark, how was the market last week? And are there any major stocks that triggered a buy or sell signal?
Well, the market's been very volatile. On Monday and Tuesday, we had big swings up in the market and everyone was euphoric, and that came out of the Bank of England reversing and going to go and start buying bonds again. And then we hit into yesterday and the market started going down because the market believes that the Fed is still going to tighten. And then today, of course, we're on Thursday, we had the jobs report came out, and they saw that would probably make the Fed even tighten more aggressively. And then the Fed had several directors come out and talk about how they're going to continue down the path of tightening the policy or tightening the interest rates. And again, our market tanked again today, Thursday. So we're seeing a downtrend once again in all major markets.
So even in this downtrade, did you make some good trades or potential trades that you'd like to share for last week?
It's tough, in swing trading on down markets. I mean, swing trading is really a style of trading that uses technical analysis to capture short and midterm gains in a stock or any financial instrument over a period of a few days, several weeks. But really, when we swing during the downward times, we're waiting for a setup. But when the swing trade turns around, that's when you can look at the charts and use the technicals to make some gains. So let's just take the S&P 500. It has 11 segments in it. And out of those 11 segments, there's only one segment trading above the 200-day simple moving average, which would make it in a bullish trend. And that's the energy segment. So what we found this week was the energy segment was coming off of a rebound. And the signal showed that a lot of the stocks in the energy segment were going to rebound and go up. So at that point, we signal some trade buys on paper trading only for the XLE, which is the ETF for oil companies, and then Oxy Petroleum, which has become very popular now because Warren Buffett's been buying it. So those two are the two trades that we made this week. And while the market's gone down, our trades have gone up, and we just do it non-emotionally based on the technical indicators. So let's just take a look at the S&P 500 index, and let's just look at some of the indicators that we look at that help us swing trade. And again, this is just my system. You can come up with your own system. You can use your own indicators, whatever you need. The first thing we look at are simple moving averages. And you can see this is the 200-day simple moving average. And normally when you trade under that, either in a stock or an index, you're in a bearish mode. And you can see we've been in a bearish mode in my definition, since about April. We've been trading in the S&P 500 under the 200-day moving average. And here on August 18th, we actually bumped our head on it. And since then, it's been downhill ever since. This is a long-term moving average over 200 days. The other one we do is the 50-day moving average. And you can see how we've been trading under the 50-day. And then it popped up above, hit the 200-day, which was resistance, and came back down. The third one is the 20-day EMA, and we also have the 9-day SMA. And this is really where we pin our trades off of. So you can see we've been under the 9-day SMA since about August 19th. And we popped up a few times. We made it above the 50, but you can see now the last 3 or 4 days, even though we had some good moves right here, we hit our head right here on the 20-day EMA. And what that does is acts as resistance. And then today we just broke down again underneath the 9-day SMA. We also use the MACD, which is the moving average convergence divergence. And when these two lines cross, we can tell here's where a cross occurs here. And that is an indicator that the market is going to go down. You can see the market goes down. I use the slow stochastic as an indicator prior to, it tends to tell me prior to when the MACD is going to cross. You can see the slow stochastic crossed here where we were still not crossing down yet on the MACD. And the third indicator that I use is the RSI, which is the relative strength index. And this is a momentum indicator. At this level up here, it tells us that we're oversold or overbought at this position. And as we get down here, we're oversold. And as it goes up, you can see the price action follows that also. So those are the main indicators we use. But as you can see, the S&P 500, from my point of view, has been bearish since April, and we're not even getting close to getting back up. We have several moving averages, the 20, the 50, and the 200-day to hit before we get anywhere close to being what I would call a bullish market again. So even with the market going down as an index, we have opportunities within this market to make some trades. But as they go down, there are fewer opportunities. But like I said, the energy sector gave us one sector this week to make some trades. And we can go over to the energy sector. And this is one of our trades, is the XLE. And you can see over the same period of time, the XLE, although the market has gone down, the XLE has gone up. And here's our 9-day moving average. We're trading above the 20-day. This is our price action. And as soon as this candle hit and closed one candle above our 9-day and our 200-day, that would trigger pretty much a buy, because we can go down and see we had a cross right here on the MACD, and look what happened. Okay, we also had a cross on the slow stochastic back here, giving us a pre-indicator that something was going to happen. And then look at our momentum indicator go up also. So we're hitting up against a little bit of resistance here. We're still in this trade because we still have positive RSI. We still have a positive slow stochastic, and we have a MACD line that's still separating from the signal line. Now, we might not get in at the top. This may swing down and then tells us to get out. We may get out here, but we've made some profits in a bear market. The second one that we looked at is Occidental Petroleum. You can see that we're having an uptrend, even though the market in general, the S&P is going down. And the NASDAQ's going down, the Dow Jones is going down. What we have here is a trade. We closed above the 9 right here, get into this trade, and it's gone up every day since. We're above the 200-day moving average. We're above the 9-day moving average. We're above the 20, and now we're up above the 50. We're seeing these trends move up on the moving averages. We also see the MACD is separating from its signal line. We have a little bit of a rollover right here in the slow stochastic, but sometimes, and I just got this question asked, sometimes this will go a long way along that top line. You can see right here it did it. You can see over here it bounces up and down. Over here we had a long way where it just goes across the top of the line. And also our RSI is now coming up. If we get up here and bounce off this may give us a signal that we're going to be turning and we'll be getting out of this trade. But right now, everything's positive on Occidental Petroleum for us.
So, Mark, how do we track all our trades?
Well, we've put together a spreadsheet, and it's on the platform channel of the Platinum channel, which Platinum members have. And you can see all our trades. And you can see that sometimes we have a very good record here of positive performance, but sometimes you get caught up a little bit. But what swing trading does is it gets you out before you get too far, removed. Like this was 5%. But it gets us out anything under 5%. Instead of going, 15 or 20% down or 50% down, this gets you out. So our latest trades right here, XLE, we got in on the 4th of January. Today is the 6th, so basically 3 days ago. That's $77.17. We're currently trading $82.86, so we're up 7.88%. Where the rest of the markets are down, or $5.69 a share. In Occidental Petroleum, we got in at $65.20, currently trading at $71.05. And again, that was just 3 days ago. You can see we're up 10% in 3 days, or $5.85 a share. Now, we're going to wait because we're just paper trading here, okay, to show you how this system works. We're going to wait for the signals to tell us to get out of these trades. However, if you're a swing trader and you're happy with 10% in 3 days or 7.8% in 3 days, you could get out right now and it wouldn't bother me a bit. But we're going to just show how the system works. And you can see, for the most part, we have profits. When we do get out, it'll tell us how many days we were in these trades. And we see we've been in some trades for 27 days. We've been in some trades for basically hardly any days we got in and got out. And here's the indicators that told us to get out in any of the factor. So you can find this on the Platinum channel and trade along with us paper trade wise.
Yeah. So Mark, I think that was amazing. Like even in a downtrend market, we got, like 10% gains, even in like 4 or 5 days based on those indicators. traders. So I'm really curious to hear how you find these stocks that you want to swing trade, and how many stocks you actually look into in order to find these stocks to trade. And would you share that with the Platinum members, and where do you share those?
It's hard to do in a bear market because everything's going down, but there are, if you search enough, you can find pockets of markets. Money has to flow somewhere, but you got to be very patient in swing trading. You don't have to be in the market all the time. And we use the daily chart because I don't sit here and watch it all day. I have other things to do. So we get in, we've based on the guidelines we have 11 steps in our guidelines, which is available on the Platinum channel. If all those basically hit, it'll give us potential buy signal. That's when you get in, and then you wait until guidelines tell you to get out, and you get out. So on daily, it's not something I have to sit and watch every day. I can set stop limits if I want, and it automatically trades for me. Now to find these, again, it's hard in a bear market, but I start with segments, and I go through the 11 segments of the S&P every day, and I look at what they're doing. Are they going up? Are they going down? If I see some bounces, I'll look into those segments and see which stocks are causing those bounces, and if there's a reversal and a turnaround. Also, I do it in other segments such as aerospace, such as the food industry, pharma, biotech. I go through several different sectors of the economy, housing, and look for these turnarounds. Once I find them, and they're few and far in between, that's when we start putting them on the watch list, which is on the Discord. Now, we don't buy everything that's on the watch list. And we obviously, I'm not going to buy everything that comes up in a swing trade. I specialize in one or two or three because I don't want to get too bogged down by having too many trades out there. So I'm happy with a couple trades like we have, giving me 10% or 8%, in a 3 or 4 day period.
So out of how many stocks that you watch, do you find these like one or two stocks that you think you want to swing trade?
I mean, out of the 11 segments, we found maybe 2 or 3 in the 11 segments of the S&P outside of the energy sector. And then, if you look in the energy sector, we got in the XLE and we got into Occidental Petroleum. You could have got into ExxonMobil. There were several that you could have went into at that time based on, your risk tolerance. I like to trade in and out of the index funds because I own everything in that index. So we're looking at potentially 500 to 1,000 stocks a week.
Wow. So you're looking at 500 to 1,000 stocks a week. And you're finding these stocks, and especially it's a down market, so I know it's hard, but I assume that you'll find much more better trades or stocks that are setting up for great trades as the market turns into a bull market.
Right. We'll see a lot better trades when these are setup times. When the market goes down, it's tough because you want to be in the market, but those are great days. I call those vacation days because they're just setting up, for a better swing trade. We want a more upside momentum, and we want more trending upward instead of going sideways. And the only way you get that is if you find a really good stock that has been pretty much devastated on the downward trend, makes a reversal, and then starts coming back up. But we let the numbers and the moving averages and our indicators tell us. It takes the emotion out of it. So if you can get the motion out of your trading, that helps out a lot. And again, this isn't investing. I don't fall in love with any of these stocks. They can be gone as soon as we buy them. If it's investing, it's a whole different ballgame and a whole different way that you look at these charts.
Okay, Mark. So I think, even in a bear market like this, we're seeing these gains on our trading platform. And I'm really looking forward to what our trading platform will do when the market turns into a bull market as well. So I'm really excited to see what kind of trades we will find with this platform going forward. So thank you very much for listening, and I hope you guys all enjoyed this episode. And for more details and updates regarding swing trades and chart analysis each day, make sure you join our Platinum group, and let's successfully invest and make it through this tough market together. See you all next week. Thank you very much.